Let's start in Durban, where the family of Bongisisa Nkwanyana will hold her funeral service today. She died in a mudslide triggered by torrential rains that have battered that province this week, causing devastating floods in some areas. More than 10 other people are known to have died from severe weather-related incidents. Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala joins us live now with more details. Nqobile, good morning. How much can you tell us about this particular incident, and what can we expect from this day that we lay her to rest?
Ms. Chaba, a very sad incident indeed for this family. Beautiful house that was standing where I am standing currently, just washed away by the rains, but also by the mudslide. Gentleman who passed away was in a house here when it all happened. He was stuck inside. So we are told that he couldn't come out, Ms. Chaba, as he was trying to break out because the mud was filling up the house. Unfortunately, he would later lose his life. What's even more sad, Ms. Chaba, at this point is that even where we are still standing, just standing here, you can't do anything. You literally have to watch where you're standing because it still is very much like sort of sliding as you go in. It sort of swallows your feet inside. So this family is losing a person that was one of their breadwinners, but also they're losing a brother that they loved. And today they got to lay him to rest, but at the same time they have no home anymore because all of that has been lost. I want to bring in now Nqobile to speak to us about what is taking place here. We know that the MEC is also going to come to show his support for the family. Take us through what is the process today.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, as you pointed out, MEC for Transport and Human Settlements, Bongisisa, will be arriving here, to once again meet with the family. Yesterday, he issued a statement expressing once again his deepest condolences to the Nkwanyana family. 45-year-old perished, in this, house at the back. A beautiful house that was standing here, but all gone. So the MEC has expressed his, appreciation to the National Minister of Human Settlements, Thembi Simelane, who has moved with speed with, her team. At the back, there is a temporary residential unit that, has been arranged for the family so that they can mourn, in dignity. And there are other arrangements that are being made, to build a permanent house for the family. The issue that is a bit tricky is that there are individuals, as the MEC Bongisisa pointed out last week, who are mobilizing communities to resist the relocation of families into Shallcross. When he was introducing the head of the Department of Human Settlement, the newly appointed head of the Department of Human Settlements, Nqobile, the MEC offered to name and shame some politicians and individuals who are, what he says, the reintroduction, who are trying to reintroduce the Group Areas Act. As you know, that in the past, people were not allowed to live in certain areas. And the MEC has said, look, what they are doing, they are violating the human rights of the vulnerable members of the community. As you know, that the Constitution is giving us that responsibility to come in and intervene. That is what the MEC is doing. So today he will be here, to be with the family the whole day. And, he's also going to be, reflecting on the way forward. And the national minister, we are told by the MEC Bongisisa that she will also be here visiting some of the, affected areas.
How's the family doing so far? I mean, this is a difficult period, and today they lay to rest one person they love the most.
Well, it's a very difficult period for the family. The MEC has expressed his appreciation to the religious leaders, to the neighbors, the relatives who have been supporting the family since this tragedy struck. The family, the rest of the family members are accommodated just across the road in one of the relatives. And you see, that is a very, display, a very good display of Ubuntu. That is what the MEC is appreciating. On Tuesday, he convened a provincial prayer, which culminated into the installation of a provincial chaplain. During that prayer, all religious leaders, they asked for God to shine his face on the bereaved families as well as the people of KwaZulu-Natal. As you know that we've been experiencing prolonged rainfall, which has resulted in the destruction of road infrastructure and the collapse of houses, the mudslide and the landslide, and people are dying, and that is why he asked the religious leaders to provide the spiritual guidance.
And whilst we're talking about that, obviously this family is one of the many families that are affected. Just perhaps as a parting question, the various families that have been affected, how are you going to be helping them, one? And how are you going to deal with this problem of them being moved from one place to the next and having some people that are pushing back and not wanting them in the holes that you have put them in?
Well, number one, the Mhlongo family, they lost the mother and the father. Very tragic. They are laying to rest, both of them, in I think it is Mandeni. There are supports that there is a support that has been given to the family. There are elected public representatives that have been deployed, as the MEC pointed out yesterday, to be with the family. They shows the family buried their 13-year-old young boy on Thursday in Ntsimbini, the other part of Umlazi, the other part of Folweni. That's number two. Also, there are families that were also affected on Wednesday in Lamontville, Ward 74. MEC Sponsor Duma was there together with the Mayor Cyril Kaba, MEC Kokta, displaying that unity in the face of adversity. The families appreciated, that display of, integrated approach to turn around the situation. Once again, the Minister of Human Settlements, Thembi Simelane, has intervened. Some of the families have been relocated to hotels as a temporal measure. So when she's here, from the 4th to the 5th of March, there is a plan to visit those families as well as affected areas. The other issue that you've raised, the pushback by the individuals that the MEC Sponsor Duma called opportunists who are trying to reintroduce the Group Areas Act. There is a meeting that is being planned by the head of the department, Max Mbili, for the MEC and the Mayor, Cyril Kaba, to engage with the Community of Shallcross. And we can also add that there are pockets of land that have been identified to accommodate more than 4,000 families. So that is work in progress, which the MEC Sponsor Duma will articulate when he arrives here for the funeral of Mr. Nkwanyana.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. Of course, that is the spokesperson speaking to us about what is taking place here, Ms. Chava. It's very sad indeed. You can imagine how difficult this is for the families that have lost so many people unexpectedly.